going on, everybody? Thought I'd do a quick video on weight. So the truck could carry, the truck can weigh up to 80,000 pounds. Now, the truck and trailer. So when it's loaded, you can be up to 80,000 pounds. So that's another 30 to 40,000 pounds, because the trucks can weigh a little bit more and some trailers weigh a little bit more than others, depending on how it's made. But anyway, each tire each tire or axle can carry so much weight paired together. So, for example, this is the trailer tandems, the wheels in the back. These could carry up to 34,000 pounds. The truck, or what we say drive tires, they could carry up to 34,000. And believe it or not, the weight of the steer could carry up to 12. And so you want to make sure that you don't go overweight over these axles. Now, example, anytime that you're getting loaded, you try to get loaded, the load, if you had anything to do with it, in the middle. That way you could distribute the weight properly. And let's say there's too much weight at the drives here. Then what you do, let's say it's 34,000. It's 34,000 up there. 34,500 exactly. 34,500. Now, these holes here help balance the load out. You can add loads, you can add weight to the back of it. Or not, this helps distribute the weight throughout the trailer, at least as much as it can. Now, if it's too much weight up front, you can slide this trailer back, which would cause this pin to reset forward. So if each hole, for example, is 250 pounds and there's too much weight up front, let's say 34,500, you want to move this pin 2 notches to make it legal to drive. But you can actually move it all the way up, but depending on how you want to distribute the weight. But anyway, that'll balance the load out. Let's say, example, this had the tandems here was 33,500, and like I said, it's 34 up there, 34,500. You can ideally move this up 2, and then it will be 34 here and 34 there. But in a situation where it's just too much weight in the back, then you have to tell them to take some of that load off the back and move it towards the middle or the front, depending on how it's weighed. To be careful when you're getting loaded. And even the steers, depending on how the weight is distributed back here, it affects up front. So with that being said, always weigh your loads out before you leave the customer, because you can't say it's their fault that they loaded wrong. They're going to say, no, it's your fault because you decided to take it. Remember, when you're out here on the road, that you're the captain of the ship. Everything is going to fall on you. So be mindful, be careful about that, because them fines could get pricey. Me, the most I paid for being overweight was over $2,000. And all transparency and honesty. That's what it was. And then being on the wrong street. You being too heavy on some of these residential streets. I was caught on the wrong street. Too heavy. The least amount, Was it? No. This is the other way around. Anyway, I paid $400. So you got to be careful out here. You ain't out here to make the state money. You out here to make yourself money. So with that being said, be careful about, how, what you're carrying. And that's the reason why they set up these scale houses, so they can make money off of you and the company. Because all companies not going to pay for that. They're going to say it's your fault, you paying for it, and it's coming out of your check. So with that being said, be careful, be wise, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.